Good morning, Grace. How you doing?
I'm alright, just waking up.
Just waking up?
Yeah.
Okay, how old are you, Grace?
28.
28?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Where you from?
Originally Northumberland County, Schuylkill County, like the center of the state.
Okay.
I guess right below the Poconos.
Okay. Where was you waking up from?
I slept here last night and the cops are cleaning up. I guess the kids have a summer camp they're trying to work on, and the kids have a summer camp that they're doing for the kids that they don't want anybody in the park.
Oh, so you couldn't sleep in the park anymore?
Well, yeah, because I guess with the amount of people that use here, they're trying to lower that because of the kids and everything. So, and also I guess they just don't want that just to be involvement with the kids, which obviously I understand. I'm a mother, so I wouldn't want my kids being involved with that either. So.
Oh, you're a mother?
Yeah.
How many kids do you have, Grace?
I have 2 boys. They're 10 and 8.
Okay.
I haven't seen them in a couple years. I actually lost custody of them the first time I put myself in rehab. So after that's when my life kind of went downhill and I started using and shooting up and doing all that stuff. So I ended up here about 3 years ago. Okay. And I've been here since. So I don't know.
Can I ask about your childhood, your upbringing?
It wasn't terrible. My parents weren't together. I have 5 siblings that we're all half siblings. Neither of us share the same mom or dad. It's either or. Between my mom and my dad, I guess I was like the pawn in between for the spite that my mom was still in love with my dad, but he cheated on her, and it was just, they used to just talk shit about each other, basically, excuse my language.
You're good.
But back and forth to me, and on one side my dad was basically like your military straight, everything's got to be perfect in order, and on the other side my mom was more of a hippie, I guess you could call her, laid back. Okay. So my dad would put it, she had no rules, and I could do what I wanted. So it was a little backwards. I basically grew up with my grandparents. Okay. And if not, I lived in my car when I first started to drive most of the time. So I was always bouncing around.
Wow. So you don't have that car no more, right?
No, it was a Subaru Impreza. It was a 93. I actually sunk it when I was driving out the mountains with it. I love that car, actually.
Can I ask you, what's your drug of choice?
I do fentanyl and cocaine right now.
Okay.
Basically, I use it as a self-medication because I've been suffering with depression, borderline bipolar, and borderline personality my whole life. As you can see, I got a bunch of scars just on my arms, not to mention like on my leg. I gave myself 27 stitches it was. And I've just been suffering with my self-esteem my whole life, like hating myself and all. So basically I used to be able to numb that and cope with me losing my kids, losing everything. Because at one point I had a 4-bedroom house, I had an Audi A4, I had a 2013 Outback, I was engaged. I had my 2 kids and I had a stepson. Like, I put myself through college, I have a medical degree for medical assisting. But it just, after I went to rehab, my family didn't tell my kids' dad where I was, so north of the kids. Okay. So, I don't know.
You've been through a lot. Yeah. Who do your kids reside with now?
My oldest should be with my father. My youngest is with his father.
Okay. Is the father on any drugs or?
My youngest son's father, no. Me and him actually have a great relationship, even though I don't contact him as much as I should. But it kind of conflicts with me because of how me and my sister were split up, but also with, I know how it feels to be a child whose parent, I understand how it feels when a parent basically favors one child and then isn't getting the attention from the other child or family than they should be, because my mom's family was exactly like that with me. Like, they really didn't, my sister was spoiled shit by them, but my mom also thought I was getting everything I was wanted with my grandparents, but really it was the other way around. So that also helped, I think, curbed why my mom treated me the way she did too, because she thought I was getting what my sister was getting, which I wasn't getting new game systems every time they came out. I wasn't getting season passes to Dorney Park. Like, what I got was, and she got season passes to Dorney Park. I got season passes basically to soccer, because I played soccer my whole life, and my dad was my coach at one point. He actually coached 2 of my teams, so it was, if I got in trouble, I got punished on the field and off the field and at home. So
you came from a strict home.
Basically, I remember the one time my mom got my hair cut short like a boy, and she had taken me and my sister to my dad's for a Halloween, and it ended up that he had punished me pretty. I don't want to say abused me, but when he spanked me, it was more or less wherever it landed. So it was pretty bad, because my mom, I mean, I always wanted my hair cut at the time, and my mom thought it'd be good for soccer, but my dad didn't want it done. So I got in trouble for that, and things like that wouldn't happen for her, but it was just, I try to not I don't contact my youngest son as much as I should, because I don't want him feeling like I'm favoring my oldest.
Right.
Or I don't want my oldest feeling like I'm favoring my youngest, you know what I mean? So it sucks, because I don't want to have that conflict between the two either. I'd like them, they're not allowed to see each other. Like, and it sucks. So I've been conflicted, and I got lost the past couple of years, even before I got down here, in drugs and this, that, and the third, and other drama that doesn't matter. So I've kind of just been waking up to what I need to be doing, but at the same time I feel stuck. Like, I'm not gonna get out, basically. Like, I don't have a support system, even though my family says, we're here now. But they haven't been there the whole 28 years. Like, I don't remember, besides now my dad has custody, I don't remember a time he bought my kid I don't remember a time you were visiting. You were always worried about you, and same with my mom. So your relationship with your parents is very weak, and it always have been very weak, right? Basically. More or less on a friend level, that we got into a fight, and now we're holding a grudge for the rest of our life. It's weird. So, I don't know.
It's very traumatic, you know?
It's something that I spent my childhood trying to get, is my parents' attention, whether negative, positive, something. And now, finally in my life, I got to a point where I'm okay with it. I leave them live their life, and now all of a sudden it feels like, not that they were trying to help me, but it feels like them being pushed on, like trying to just control my life somehow. I don't know how to explain it, but...
explain it.
But, I don't know.
Okay, so Grace, you're out here, you're homeless, you got addiction, you're going through a lot right now. Is it scary out here?
I'd say so. I tend to stay by myself a lot, and I do get jumpy and paranoid and scared a lot, but I come with the depression aspect. I've had a death wish for a very long time.
What you mean by death wish? I
feel like basically the world, my family, everybody would be better off if I wasn't around, because I'm the one who causes all the problems. So it would be easier for everybody just to mourn me, get over me, than it is for me to be alive and them have to, I'm a burden, and there she goes again, I gotta take care of her, I gotta help her. So it's like, I do get scared, but at the same time, that's life. If it's gonna happen, it's gonna happen. It's meant to be. So, I don't know. It sucks to think like that.
It really do. It's a lot, man. It's a lot mentally that's attacking you, you know? A lot. Hopefully you can get that reconnection with your family and let them know how you feel, you know? How do you earn money to support your habit?
I I do dates. I'm not really proud of it, but
Right.
I don't really. I have some legal issues that I can't get a job, so
Oh, wow.
I go with what I can do around here. So
It's not scary getting into them cars, going on dates?
It is sometimes. I'm a pretty good judge of character, and I mean, I've been beat up, I've been basically played, I've been this, that, and the third, but aside from all the other stories I hear from the girls, like, I'm pretty picky on what cars I get into, but I don't know, it's just, I don't know. I don't really like doing it. It takes everything out of actually dating and getting into a relationship. Like, I don't know. So,
Going dates, I can see that's probably a real scary thing. Dealing with strangers and stuff.
yeah,
And you do it so you don't stay sick and stuff like that, right?
basically, and to eat too, because,
Hopefully you can get out this world. It's like an underworld.
yeah.
It's different. It's abnormal to people normal, you know? It's really different.
Yeah.
But I also want to tell you, you ever want to get clean? You ever think about that? Or is it just like, fuck, forget it?
I do. I've actually been I was at like 6 or 7 different rehabs and detoxes last year, and I left everyone AMA.
Okay.
The first one's the one I only ever completed, but in between there, the longest clean time I had was myself getting clean, or the 2 times I was pregnant with my kids. So it's not that I don't believe in the rehab, it's just that there's nothing new that they're going to be able to tell me that I know.
After this interview, we're going to give you some resources and stuff so you can go get clean whenever you're ready, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So after the interview, just stand by. We're going to give you the information. You know, you're still young. You're 28 years old. You still got a chance to turn your life around.
My kids are getting older now.
Your kids are getting older. You know when they get older, you being out in the streets is going to affect them more. You know how you don't have a connection with your parents? Your kids won't have a connection with you because you out here. So what if they deal with the same
issues and go the same route?
Go the same route as you. You don't want that for your kids, right?
That's my biggest fear.
History
because then I
repeating
know
itself.
I didn't break a cycle, so.
Just use that as motivation. Your kids, they're young right now, but time is ticking. You know, time go by quick.
Mm-hmm.
Where do you see yourself in 5 years?
At this point, hopefully not here. I mean, not here, but not where I'm at here.
Right.
Like, I'd love to be working in a warehouse again. I'd love to go back to school and get my medical assistant recertified.
Right.
I'd love to do something because I love working. Like, I've worked since I'm 15 years old. So it's even like something simple like help and flip I'd like to do. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Just so it's not this. Like, it's not struggling every day. It's too much. It's like, I don't know, like, I'd love to be helping people out here like this in 5 years, honestly. But until then, I gotta get myself straight so I can even
Absolutely.
deal with something like that.
Are you religious at all?
I have my own relationship with God. I was brought up, I guess, Protestant or Christian, and but I actually do get interested in learning about different religions and stuff. So I don't know. I don't believe there is any wrong religion. I just believe there's different details in which it's a little misconstrued somewhere in some places for some people, but I don't know. It's all about the general same idea as long as you got that higher power, I guess. So.
Okay. All right, so what would you tell a young kid, girl or guy, 16, 17 years old, that just getting their feet wet with these streets using drugs? What advice would you give them?
I'd say if you're gonna do it, that's a hard one because I was a little bit younger than that when it started. And it's gonna happen whether people want it to or not, but if you're gonna do it, be safe. Do it the safest way you can, and at least tell somebody that's responsible and gonna be able to help and know you're okay at least. And I don't know, everybody gets interested in it at least once, but I mean, I don't know. I don't condone it, so I'm not sure on how to answer that yet. That's part of my fear with my kids too,
Okay.
and where they're at in their age. So I'm not sure, because the way it was brought on to me is a way different and not the right answer. So
Right.
I'm not entirely sure on how to answer that, to be honest.
Okay. Grace, I want to thank you for your time and your courage to speak out. All Time Media will be praying for you and rooting for you. Hopefully you kick this addiction, get back to your kids, get out of this life. Thank you, Grace.
Thank you.